It's May 1st, 2023. Lynn and Lou have been talking about the fact that the local Stop and Shop changed. Um, they said it still looks like Stop and Shop on the outside of the building, but when you go in, I mean, my observation today was they completely overhauled the store. They took down the signs, the type, the font, the TYPE, the font, FONT, the way the words are characterized as to what's down each aisle completely changed. And like my mom and dad, or my Lynn and Lou, tell the story that they go down the aisles because they go shopping together, and they're constantly trying to help out other people in the food store at the same time because everything's been rearranged and the store no longer looks like itself. It's not categorized or in some schematic that makes sense to them. I mean, they're creatures of habit, and it's an older population that goes, and things are just now totally shuffled around. I was there today. I mean, I can see it. I can see how upset and agitated the older crowd is that everything's been rearranged. There's no explanation as to why. It looks like the same company, but it's not being handled the same. Um, there was I went another time and they had letters SAS on the shirts, on like team shirts, down the aisles as they were preparing for something. And I'm just like, instead for Stop and Shop, it says SAS. Um, so the feedback from the aging population around like baby boomers age is they don't like the disruption. They don't like anything about the new whatever they installed. Um, they're confused by it, and it's unpleasant to now shop, but it's the only like food store in town. I mean, there's the specialty stores, but it's like the main food drag or the main food show. It's the supermarket, so that's where everybody tends to congregate in this, the way that the life works in this area of Queens. Um, so it's not well received by the baby boomers and by the aging population. Um, and they just seem really like internally agitated by all of this, whatever's going on. Um, so that's my feedback for having to go food. I went for them. Usually they like to go on their own. I'm not going to argue with them if that's their thing. Today she asked me to go, so I went happily for her. Um, but it was definitely something that I had heard them talk about before, but being in the physical location and looking at like the FONT and the TYPE on the SIGNS, um, and just the word constructs not fitting specifically. I mean, I don't understand why they had to be that involved in the change of whatever. Um, but the social demographics of whatever is down in Bay Terrace is definitely perturbed by this mix up or stir up or whatever it is that they're doing down here. Um, and the only I saw on my um, interstate travels that they have the same symbol but under a different name, um, down by where my relatives live, for corporate conglomerates. I'm not sure, but again, it goes by this red and green. Up here they call it Stop and Shop. Down there they call it Giant. Um, but it looks like the and for a while they had changed the symbol. Um, it was like this yellow basket with some purple. Um, and now that it's this red and green, almost like stoplight, that's when, um, previous to this, it was something called a Wallbaum's. But again, I don't know the food and the delivery systems. I don't know what's in charge of it. And I don't know what's the shakeup is, like why such drastic changes. It's not like they publish this information somewhere that's easily accessible. I wouldn't know where to look. Um, I don't even have like local contacts to ask. Same residence or same house that I'm sitting in, same house I was in when they gave me a city council and high school diploma with no instructions as to what or how to participate or even give contacts to stay in touch. There was no anything. There was no contact or effort, it feels like, even made from whatever was in the city at the time around 1995, 1996. And now it's 2023. And I mean, my parents have a deeded property in this area, and there's still so little communication. Um, it's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxies, broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.